So welcome to the stage, the head women's basketball coach at Penn State University, Coach Carolyn Kieger.
Good morning, and thank you, Commissioner Warren and the Big Ten office and all the media for being here today. I'm excited to be back home in Minneapolis. I grew up down the road in Roseville, Minnesota, so it's phenomenal to be here and be in front of all of you today. Needless to say, there will be a lot of Kiegers in the stands come March for the conference tournament here, a lot of friends and family, so we are thrilled that the season is right around the corner. We've been making huge strides as a program these last 3 years. And we believe this is the year that we're going to make a big turnaround. As hard as it is to be patient during a rebuild, we know that all the adversity that we've been through the last 3 seasons will be a catalyst for our success this year. The foundation is laid, the standard is set, and the culture has been driven by our leaders. We have had a fantastic offseason in the gym and in the weight room, and we know we're ready. McKenna Marisa returns to us as one of the best guards in the country. Her development these last 3 years has been remarkable, and I know our program are excited for her to get the national recognition that she deserves. Leilani Kapanis is another all-conference performer who returns to us as well. She's primed and ready, and I believe she's not only one of the best defenders in the Big Ten, but in the country. Anna Camden has been shooting lights out for us this offseason and continues to be our captain, our leader, and our culture driver. Jonasia Cash returns to us for her COVID year after being out this past season, and we're just thrilled to have her athleticism, her length, her speed, and her competitive spirit back with our team. And we are finally ecstatic to get Allie Campbell in a Penn State uniform. She's worked extremely hard to get back to 100%, and just like the All-American that she was in high school, I know she's going to do big things for us at Penn State. In addition, we welcome 4 transfers to our program who will be immediate impacts. And Tanaya Thompson joins us as a first-teamer from East Carolina. I think she's one of the most underrated guards in the country, and I'm excited for her to show her skill set at this level. Shania Pintu comes for us from Oregon and was a JUCO national champion, and her energy and passion has been infectious. Alexa Williamson is also a transfer, 4-year transfer out of Temple, whose speed is top-notch and next level. And Shay Chesky is a freshman who comes to us from Happy Valley as a top 50 recruit, and we believe she's going to have a very strong freshman campaign for us. All of these women, as long as the rest of the team, Allie, Yvonne, Kayla, Aisha, and MK, make me proud to coach them every day. They are amazing people, relentless workers, and I'm lucky to call them my family. I love this group, and I cannot wait to go to battle with them every night. Last and most definitely not least, I want to give a shout out to my staff. They are loyal, committed, talented, and bought into Penn State. I have returning staff members who have been with me through the good and the bad times. They're my rocks. And we also added 4 new people to the staff that I want to highlight. Alumni Terry and Maggie Lucas come back to help bring their alma mater back to the top and back to the national spotlight. Terry played at Penn State when they were #1 in the country. And Maggie Lucas, as we all know, is one of the best players to ever play in the league. Then we have Sharnae Zoll, who joins our coaching staff, who was one of the best point guards to ever play the game. She broke Don Staley's assist record at Virginia, if that's telling you anything. And Atisha Heidemann just joined our staff the last 2 days, is definitely no doubt family to me, and I can't wait for her to have the same impact that she's had on my life with our players. We have a staff that's hungry and committed and eager to put the Lady Lions back on the top.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open the floor for some questions. We have 3rd row on your left side.
Morning, Coach. Cindy Brunson, Pac-12 Network. Congratulations on hiring Natisha Heidemann, coming off a trip to the WNBA Finals with her Connecticut son. How did that relationship develop for her to join your staff?
Yeah, we've been talking, Natisha and I, for a couple years. Obviously, she's still going to play and work for us in the offseason of the WNBA, but a phenomenal person. Like I said, she's near and dear to my heart, and I know she's going to be a phenomenal mentor for our young women, both on and off the court. So I love that we get her expertise. I love that we get to steal from her for the off season, and she's ready for me to put her through some workouts as well.
Fourth row on your left side, Coach.
Hey, Carolyn. John Fanta from Fox Sports.
There you are, John.
Tanaya Thompson, you said that she's one of the most underrated guards perhaps in the country. What makes her that?
She's a 3-level scorer. She's explosive. She's hungry. She can defend 94 feet. She can rebound. She's got great height, great athleticism, great strength. And most importantly, I think she's got a chip on her shoulder. Good to see you, John.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, everyone.
Penn State women's coach Carolyn Kieger already looking ahead with excitement to March's Big Ten women's basketball tournament here at the Target Center. Of course, the men come in 2024. And as for the Penn State men, beginning year number 2 of the Micah Shrewsberry era and returning the top 2 scorers from last season, did lose Sam Sessoms, who decided to transfer in the offseason, and in his place added a transfer from Bucknell in Andrew Funk. For our final coach introduction of Big Ten Basketball Media Days, here once again is the commissioner.
I have a few final announcements as we wrap up 2 great days with our men's and women's coaches and student athletes. First, again, I would like to thank Ben Olson, who has been our American Sign Language interpreter. Ben, thank you for your work. And I'd like to also thank Grace McNamara, who has been instrumental not only with all of our scheduling, but helping with the logistics, with the media here today. And then also like to thank Savik Patel, who's here on stage and by far receives the Best Dress Award. So Savik, please stand up. We're going to start giving an annual award each year. So Savik, we got to see the shoes too. And we got to appreciate it. Thank you for that. Savik, and again, congratulations on the birth of your baby. I do also want to thank our Big Ten staff for putting this on. It really, really is special. It adds a certain panache by being here at the Target Center, but they've worked so hard to be able to do it, and we look forward to actually having tournaments come up. But these media days are really special, and I'm grateful for our Big Ten staff. And then another thank you to TIAA again to be our sponsor and partner on our men's and women's basketball tournaments, but also our men's and women's basketball media days. Want to thank Big Ten Network, who is a great partner and who's able to air this live across the country, and people around the world can watch and keep up with their favorite Big Ten men's and women's basketball teams. I'd like to thank our coaches, all of our administrators, our student athletes, our fans, but also most of all, I'd really like to thank everyone from the media here who's taken the time to come here today. There's so many other things that you could be doing, but thank you for being here to be able to tell the stories about Big Ten basketball and what makes our conference so very special. So I appreciate your attention to detail and your dedication, but most of all, your time. So with that, another incredibly bright mind in the college basketball coaching world. Micah Shrewsberry is the head basketball coach at Penn State University. He and his wife have done so much in the community with Coaches versus Cancer, which has raised over $3.7 million to date. He has also done back-to-school shopping sprees for local youth who are struggling to get on their feet, and also done school supplies, gifting and donation to local students who are scheduled to return back to school. And he's very active during the holiday season. He's done a lot in the community. We are so honored and blessed to have him in our conference. He had a great season last year. It was exciting all the way down to the last bounce of the ball. And I know he's excited about his team this year. So with that, I'd like to introduce head basketball coach at Penn State University, Micah Shrewsberry.
Thank you, Commissioner Warren, for what you do for for our league and helping us become the greatest basketball conference in America. Also, congrats, Satvik, stealing my swag. There should be a recount here. We're going to go back and check this about the best outfit. I like you. I like you, though. I'm proud to be here as a head coach in the Big Ten Conference. I grew up in Big Ten country. I said it last year. And I understand that there are 14 of these jobs, and I stand here as one of those. And I don't take that lightly. But I'm also proud to stand here and represent Penn State University. And Penn State took a chance on me last year, and I wake up every single day trying to repay that and get our program to the top of the Big Ten. That's all I'm thinking about every single day. I have a staff, the guys that are back in State College right now, that work in that same manner to do what we need to do for us to be successful, to challenge and be at the top of the Big Ten. I understand that everybody gets up here is excited about their season and excited about the guys that they have. I know Coach Painter talked about it yesterday, like nobody's had a bad summer. But we've grown from year one to year two, and having continuity is huge in this time. Even though we have 8 new players on our roster, having the other guys, the other 5 guys that were with us last year, it makes it easy. Staff continuity makes it easy to continue to do what we did. And that was lay a foundation of how we wanted to play and lay a foundation that we're going to be a hard team to play every night out. It starts with the 2 guys that are here with me. Jalen Pickett, Seth Lundy are both sitting out here. I think those 2 guys are 2 of the underrated defenders in this league and in this conference. I think when the voting came out last year, I don't think they got just due for what they did on the defensive end of the court. People talk about how we played and talk about our pace, but it was really hard to score on us. And these 2 guys were a big reason for that. Jalen Pickett has what he's done in his career. I'm biased because I coach him every single day, but I think he's one of the best guards in this league in the Big Ten Conference. You know, he's got a chance right now. He's at 1,500 points, 500 rebounds, 500 assists in his career, and there's not many guys that have accomplished that through time. Seth Lundy is going to join him in that 1,000-point list this year. And once again, like what he did when he was guarding the best of the best last year was really impressive. He's going to have a chance to play for the same head coach for 2 years in a row. And to understand how difficult that is, try working for a new boss every single year. Right? He's more comfortable when you watch him in practice. He's more comfortable in terms of what we're doing in our system offensively and defensively. And now you'll see the game slow down for him. Now I think he'll take his game to another level. We've added some really good transfers. Cam Winter came from Drexel. Andrew Funk from Bucknell. Cam is another guy that scored 1,600 points in his career. He'll join Jalen on that 1,500 points, 500 rebounds, 500 assists platform here shortly into our season. Andrew Funk has scored 1,200 points in his career. So we have a little more firepower in terms of what we'll be able to do offensively. We're still going to play the same exact way. We're still going to challenge people defensively and make it as hard as possible. But I think we'll be able to score the ball a little bit better. We also have some returning guys in Dalian Johnson, Miles Dredd, Caleb Dorsey, who have played in the Big Ten and can help us in their own way, and then 5 freshmen that we've all recruited that fit our personality, that fit who we want to be as a program, that have also raised the competition level in our practices. So I'm happy with our group. We're going to fight every single night. We're going to make it as hard as possible, and we're going to do what we can each and every day to become one of the best teams in the Big Ten.
All right, thanks, Coach. We have a first row here.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Charles Homer, Minnesota Sports Recorder. Sometime during this season, there'll be at least four games where there'll be two black head coaches on each sideline in the Big Ten. Could you speak on this, the significance on that, and are we coming closer to the time where this could be more of a rule than an exception?
I think last year, with three black head coaches joining the Big Ten at one time, with myself, Ben Johnson, Coach Woodson at Indiana, we still have steps to take. We still have progress to make. But I think during those times, I think representation is one of the biggest things that you can have. So if you're a young kid and you're watching that game, you see people that look like you on the sideline, and now maybe they want to become coaches, things like that. So I think that's really important for what we do. I think as a league to be out front in that, and I think Commissioner Warren has been great in terms of what he's been able to do with helping the college athletes in the Big Ten do more and learn more. So I want to be a great representative. I know the same thing of the other coaches in our league, and just give young kids something to strive for, give them something to look up to, and hopefully one of those guys is standing in my shoes.
Any final questions for Coach Shrewsbury? On the left side, third row, Coach.
Good morning, Coach. Cindy Brunson, Pac-12 Network. What did you learn about yourself in year one that's going to help you here in year two?
I think it's an ever-evolving process. I spend a lot of time trying to pick the brains of the coaches in our league. Like, we have great coaches in our league. We have great welcoming coaches in our league. And even though we're all competitors, you can reach out to any of them and ask them for advice. Myself, I think I don't think I'll ever be a finished product. I think Coach Izzo would say the same thing even now. So growing each and every day, I think, decisions, delegating, whatever it may be, it's still going to be a process for me that I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to grow. Like, I want to be better for our team every single day, right? How do we turn? We had 6 losses at 6 points or less last year. How do we flip those to wins this year? Like, how do I change practice to make us better in those late game situations so we change those to wins? That's always a process that I'm trying to learn. Year 1 to year 2, I'm way more comfortable. I can tell you that. I know my way around campus. I might not know the street names around campus, but I can get there when I need to. I know the places I like to eat and everything else. But I can say a drill and everybody kind of knows it. Our staff knows it. We're growing as a program, going into these Big Ten, taking our team into Big Ten arenas. It's not the first time that we've done it. So that part of it, we'll feel a little better about. But I still got a lot to learn.
Any final questions for Coach Shrewsbury? Oh, we got one more here. Third row on your right.
Micah, Rob McCauley, Illini Report. You're an Indianapolis guy. The Big Ten often has these things in Indianapolis. Some people were saying Minneapolis, not as good. But obviously the conference wants to expand all around the country. What are your thoughts on it?
Playing in the Big Ten and us becoming, when you're the best league in the country, you go to different places. I'm biased, right? I'm from Indianapolis. I wish I could go home every single time because my parents are there and get a chance to see them. Chicago's a great town where our tournament's going to be. There's great basketball people there. There's good basketball here in Minnesota as well. And being able to move our conference tournament to different places, or being able to move our media day to different places, we're the Big Ten. Like, people are watching. No matter where it's at. If they're not here, they're watching it. They know what we're doing. So wherever they have it. If they had it in Alaska, I'd be proud to represent the Big Ten in Alaska too, if we add some teams from there at some point in time. But this is a good event. I trust our league. I've only been here, head coach for a year. I don't have much say in what we're doing. I just follow along with guys like Coach Izzo and Coach Painter. But I trust our league. I trust what we're doing. And if this is the best for the league, then this is what we're going to do.
Coach Shrewsbury, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. We are.